Before dawn in Florence in the year 1512, Niccolò Machiavelli was dragged out of his bed by guards. He was beaten, tortured, and stripped of his position, his power, and his dignity. Broken and exiled to a small farm outside the city, he was erased from memory, a man the world was meant to forget. Most people would have spent their lives drowning in regret, haunted by failure. But Machiavelli did something no one expected, something so dangerous that even 500 years later, the world still fears it. He began to study his enemies, the very men who destroyed him. Piece by piece, he analyzed their moves, their thinking, their methods of power. From that cold clarity was born one of the most feared books in history, The Prince. It wasn't written for comfort or motivation. It was a manual on power, a way to understand control so deeply that no one could ever break you again. People think power lies in what you own, but Machiavelli saw the truth. Real power lies in understanding. He realized that chaos follows patterns. Betrayal, manipulation, the games people play, all of it repeats. Those who can see the pattern can break it. He called this force fortuna, not fate, but a hostile energy that destroys whatever you build. Most people lose because they think chaos is random, but it isn't. Fortuna only crushes those who aren't prepared. Half of life is beyond our control, but the other half is ours. Power isn't about praying for safety. It's about engineering control. Weak people build walls. Strong ones build dams, and they shape the river itself. Machiavelli taught that most people judge with their eyes, not their minds. They trust appearances more than truth. So, if you wish to survive in a deceitful world, learn to shape perception. Look kind, loyal, honest, and moral. But never be naive enough to live that way, because those who only appear good will always destroy those who truly are. This isn't hypocrisy, it's strategy. People see what you show them, and by the time they realize the truth, you've already won. He also wrote that to endure in a cruel world, one must become both the lion and the fox. The lion strikes with power. The fox survives through cunning. The lion crushes enemies but can't see traps. The fox sees traps but can't face wolves. To master both is to become untouchable, to know when to attack and when to disappear. Adaptability is power. Predictability is death. Machiavelli also exposed the brutal truth of human nature. People are ungrateful, greedy, and selfish. This isn't cynicism, it's awareness. If you build your life on the belief that people are good, you build on sand. But if you design systems that work with human nature, not against it, you become powerful. People may betray love, but they never betray fear. Respect built on strength lasts longer than loyalty built on kindness. He taught that every pain is data. Every betrayal, every heartbreak, every humiliation is a lesson in disguise. Don't just feel pain, study it. Ask, what weakness did they exploit? What signs did I ignore? Machiavelli turned his suffering into insight, his exile into an experiment. Pain became the laboratory where he built his philosophy, to never be broken again. He believed the mind should be a fortress, guarded by standards, not walls. Let only those who strengthen you enter. Emotional clarity exposes others. Manipulators reveal themselves. Toxic people choke on their own games, and weak minds fall away. People will say you've changed. They'll say you're cold. But in truth, you've simply raised your value. Power, he realized, isn't loud, it's presence. Some people change a room just by walking into it. They don't seek attention. Attention seeks them. Silence becomes their weapon. When you stop chasing validation, you become magnetic. People sense that you need nothing, and that unsettles them. Because true power doesn't shout. It watches. And when all of Machiavelli's lessons unite, something greater emerges. Not self-improvement, but self-reconstruction. A mind that sees patterns before chaos strikes. A presence that controls perception before truth arrives. A dual nature that adapts faster than anyone else can predict. A discipline that ends problems without creating enemies. A resilience that turns pain into precision. A fortress mind untouched by manipulation. And an aura that commands respect without asking for it. This isn't self-help. It's strategic rebirth. Machiavelli said, "He who controls his mind controls the world." Control is not suppression, it's architecture, a design so strong that no chaos can shake your inner calm. When that system activates, people sense something they can't explain. They hesitate before crossing you. They respect your boundaries without knowing why. Because you're no longer the one to whom things happen. You're the one who makes things happen. You don't argue with reality, and you design it. You don't ask for respect, and you command it. You don't wait for opportunities. You create them. This is the transformation from the broken exile to the architect of destiny. This is the Machiavellian mind.